Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing all right. So the topic of this week is about relational and non-relational databases. So what is a database? We find that a database is an organized collection of structured information or data that is stored electronically on a computer. Then, as already mentioned, there are two types of databases: relational and non-relational, or SQL and NoSQL databases. To begin with relational databases, we find that they use what you call a structured query language to write and query data. And examples of these databases include Oracle, Microsoft Access, and MySQL, among others. When it comes to non-relational databases or NoSQL databases, we find that they are unstructured and therefore they don't use the structured query language. And examples of these databases include what we call Cassandra, we have Hadoop, we have Redis, and MongoDB, among others. So the emergence of non-relational databases has been threatening the relational databases. And the question is, will non-relational databases drive relational databases into extinction? And the answer is no. Why? Because one, research and surveys still demonstrate that relational databases such as Oracle are still popular, have high market scores, and still top in terms of revenue. Two, relational databases such as Oracle has a loyalty from a generation of database admins. And three, developers are still in love with relational databases such as MySQL. And lastly, most enterprises are still used to relational databases, and therefore they are not just going to give up on them overnight. And then my argument is that relational databases and non-relational databases, they complement each other, and therefore they have a role in future. Why? Because one, we find that non-relational databases such as Hadoop are well suited for big data when compared to Oracle, which is relational databases which are not really suited for big data apps. Secondly, we find that most workloads are transactional in nature and therefore are suited for relational databases such as Oracle and SQL. On the other hand, NoSQL or non-relational databases are suited for quantities of unstructured data. Three, we find that relational databases have analytic tools that are user-friendly when compared to non-relational databases which have analytic tools that are fancy and not user-friendly. And then fourth, we find that relational databases are good actually in looking at what we call a transformed and aggregate data. This is different from non-relational databases such as Hadoop, which are suited for detail and small grain data. Lastly, we find that though NoSQL or non-SQL databases are flexible, on the other hand, the relational databases can perform what you call fast, powerful queries when data is neatly packaged in rows and columns. That marks the end of my presentation. There is a description down below. Remember to leave your comment behind. Thank you.